What is going on, guys? It is Constable Chang coming back at you with another Madden 17 video. Hope you're having a great day. Today we are doing another Madden 17 franchise challenge. A couple weeks ago, a guy commented on one of my videos to make a franchise with all Wisconsin Badger players. That guy was gaming with PiggyBoy19, so thanks for the comment. I thought that was going to be pretty interesting since I'm doing these division football conferences. To actually just do one team is going to be, a lot harder. So I went to rosters before I made the franchise, put all the Wisconsin players in the NFL on this Green Bay Packer team, and traded all those players on the Packers for draft picks. And I will show you guys the team in just a sec here. This is what the team's looking like. Some positions are good and some are just terrible. So at quarterback we have Russell Wilson. So that's good. Wilson behind center is going to be good. Might actually win a couple games. Scott Tolzien and Joel Stave as a third string. Running back we have Melvin Gordon and James White. So I only could find two of them in the league. Fullback Derek Watt. Wide receivers we have Jared Abadarius, Nick Toon, Tanner McVoy, and Alex Erickson. So this is definitely a very big weak spot on this team. Wide receivers and cornerbacks, as you guys will see in just a sec. Tight ends are actually half decent. We have Owen Daniels, Lance Kendricks, Garrett Graham, and Austin Traylor. I'll probably move Traylor to wide receiver. Left tackle, Joe Thomas, very good player, 31 years old though. Left guard, couldn't find one. Centers, we have Travis Frederick, Craig Urbick, and Peter Cons. Probably move one of them to left guard. Right guard, Kevin Zietler, Gabe Kamari, John Moffitt, and Ryan Groy. I'll be moving one of those to left guard as well. And right tackle, we have Rick Wagner and Rob Harvenstein. The defensive side of the ball, we have J.J. Watt, probably the best player to ever come out of Wisconsin. And then Shaughnessy, left end. Right end, we have Nick Hayden, 66 overall. Defensive tackle, Bo Allen, 72. Left outside linebackers couldn't find one. Middle linebackers, same thing. Right outside linebackers, DeAndre Levy is an 83. Then we have O'Brien Schofield, who was in free agency. Jonathan Casillas, I think he was on the Giants. And Joe Schobert, he was on the Cleveland Browns. So I'll be moving some of these to the left outside spot and probably one to middle linebacker. Quarterback, I only could find one. This guy was in free agency, Darius Hillary. So I'm guessing when I start simming, the computer will pick some up in fantasy for me. Free safety, Margos and Cromartie. And strong safety, Southward, 69 overall. Kicker, couldn't find one, so the computer will just pick one up from fantasy, I guess. And Brad Nortman from the Jags is my punter. So this is all the players from Wisconsin that I could find. Obviously, there's a lot of holes. The computer's going to be signing some free agents, and those players aren't going to be from Wisconsin. So year one, it's going to be only really 3/4 Wisconsin players. The rest are just going to be fill-in players for the time being. But I do have a lot of draft picks. I traded Eddie Lacy, Aaron Rodgers, all those top guys for draft picks. So I have a lot of first, second rounders for this year and next year. So hopefully there are a lot of hopefully good Wisconsin players in the draft, but we'll see. So I'm going to start simming ahead. I'll probably just pick it up with you guys in the playoffs, but I'm probably just going to go to the regular season, see what kind of players they pick up, and then stop each couple weeks just to do some scouting. So I'll pick it up with you guys in the playoffs. After year number one, looks like we missed the playoffs. No surprise there. This team's actually not that good. Wisconsin, I guess, doesn't produce good receivers and good cornerbacks, which are kind of important to a team being successful. So our record is 6-10. I set my season goal for the lowest, which is 7 wins, so we just missed that. Some stats, and then we'll get the offseason underway. Russell Wilson, 3,981 yards, 21 touchdowns to 20 interceptions. Rushing, Melvin Gordon, just over 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Receiving was Nick Toon with 106 catches for 998 and 4 touchdowns. That's decent. And Tanner McAvoy had 87 receptions for 1,032 yards and 3 touchdowns. Defense, Joe Schobert led my team. I moved him from right outside to middle linebacker. He led the team with 137 tackles. Tackles for loss was 24 by J.J. Watt, and quarterback sacks, J.J. Watt had 23. Interceptions, Desmond Southward had 2, along with Bradley Fletcher, so it looks like they signed Fletcher. I also saw quarterback sacks, Terrence Knighton they signed, Quan Williams also at cornerback, and my kicker, I think they brought back Mason Crosby for me. He actually had a pretty decent year. So, year one's in the books, time for the offseason. I guess free agency's not even going to have any Wisconsin guys because I have all of them on my team. So we'll just skip free agency and we will pick it up with you guys at the draft. In the draft recap, I'll show you guys who I drafted. With my first pick, I went Andre Lemon, outside linebacker. He's got superstar development, so very good player. And then I went Lincoln Jasper, right tackle. I think he's 75 with normal development. After that, I went defensive tackle Reed Petty with the 6th pick in the first round, 81 superstar div, so another very good player. Then I picked a fullback in the first round. He's 78 overall. Then I went defensive tackle, 65 overall, another defensive tackle, 67, and then another defensive tackle, 67. And those were all the Wisconsin guys in the draft. So after that, I just simulated it, and it picked a couple other guys that went to different schools. So it's time to put these guys in the lineup and kick off year 2. So I'll just show you guys my team when we get to year 2. So this is what this Wisconsin Badger team looks like heading into year number 2. Everything basically stay the same besides the rookies that I drafted. So Gandy, I'm going to be starting at fullback. I moved Derek Watt to running back so I could run 3 running backs there. Receivers, they all stay the same besides Owen Daniels. I moved to wide receiver. So wide receivers are definitely just not good on this team. Tight end Lance Kendricks is an 80, so that's pretty decent. O-line is probably the best part about this Wisconsin team by far. On the defense, J.J. Watt just makes this defense good, or somewhat good because, well, I guess Petty I drafted. He's got superstar development. He's pretty good too. But other than that, I guess Lemon, he's superstar. So I got 2 good rookies on defense. But my corners, my safeties are terrible. I actually found an undrafted Wisconsin corner in free agency, so I only have 2 corners, him and Hillary. And I found a undrafted kicker in this guy. He's out of Wisconsin too. So I picked those 2 guys up in free agency. Other than that, the team's going to stay the same. Still not good at all. So I'm going to start simming ahead again, and we will pick it up with you guys in the playoffs. After year number 2 with this Wisconsin team, missed the playoffs again. Let's see what our record was. Looks like it was 4-12. This is difficult if you guys just want to try this on your own. Try to pick a school and build a team with only players from that one school. So Russell Wilson, 4,025 yards, 22 touchdowns, 18 interceptions rushing. Melvin Gordon, a 946, 10 touchdowns. Receiving, Nick Toon, 80 catches for 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns. Led the team. Defense, DeAndre Levy, 149 tackles. Led the team. My rookie Lemon had 133. Quarterback sacks with J.J. Watt. He only had 9. Wow, that's a very low year for him. Interceptions, Andre Lemon, my rookie. Middle linebacker had 3. I think he got defensive rookie in the year because he's got quite a bit of XP. He's kind of the only bright spot on this team. Yeah, so we won 6 games first year, 4 games this year. The best player in the draft is actually a wide receiver from Wisconsin. So I'm not sure if I do have the first overall pick, but I'll definitely be trading up for it. Other than that, there's a lot of D linemen. There's actually a corner I could get too. I think he's projected like 5th round. Another O lineman. Really don't need another O lineman. But other than that, we'll pick it up with you guys at the draft. So here we are at the draft. I picked number 2, so let's pick this receiver that I said was one of the best players in the league, Cortez Cobbs. Very good top 3 skills, very good combine as well. So let's take this player. 76 normal development. I was hoping for a better development, but you know, he'll be the starter on this team for sure. So in the draft recap, I'll show you who else I drafted. Nothing else really too good. I picked a running back, 66 overall, wide receiver, 64, strong safety, 71, cornerback, 70, defensive tackle 63, running back 66, right tackle 68, defensive tackle 67. Then after that, I just simmed the rest of it, and all these guys I gotta let go because they went to different schools. So we're gonna jump into year 3. This is gonna be this last year with this Wisconsin team, and hopefully we can make the playoffs. So I'm ready to get year number 3 underway, so I'll show you guys my team more in depth here in the roster. So Russell Wilson, Tolzien, and this guy, everything stays the same there. Running backs, I drafted 2 rookies in Davis and Callaway. So I got 5 running backs. Derek Watt's back in 5th on the depth chart. Kent Gandy at fullback. Wide receivers, this Cortez Cobbs I just drafted this year is my best receiver. Abadarius went up to a 71. Other than that, it's pretty bad. Tight ends, Lance Kendricks is an 80. Joe Thomas retired, so I moved Wagner from right tackle to left tackle to fill that spot. Urbix a 72. Frederick 92. Ziegler 82. Jasper is a 75. Left end, J.J. Watt's still a 99. Clifton's a 64. Defensive tackle, this Petty I drafted last year is an 83. Left outside, Casillas is a 70. Lemon's an 84. Levy's an 81. Cornerback, that rookie McCauley I just drafted is going to be starting. He's a 70, so corners are just terrible. I found another undrafted one in free agency, so I picked him up. Free safety, same thing. My secondary, my wide receivers are my 2 weak spots on this team for sure. Desmond Southward and TJ Blizzard are my strong safeties. I might just start Blizzard just because he's younger. Kicker, punter. So, team's pretty bad. I don't think I'm making the playoffs. We could probably, I wouldn't say mark it up as a failure, but I guess it is a failure. But this is basically as good as it's going to get. Really, Wisconsin has a lot of good NFL players, but not enough to make a good 53-man roster. So I'm going to start simming, and we will pick it up with you guys in the playoffs. Looks like it was another unsuccessful year. Looks like we missed the playoffs. We'll take a look at our record. It was 5-11, so we went 6-10, 3-13, and then 5-11, I believe. So we'll take a look at some stats, and we'll call it quits on this video. So Russell Wilson, 3,605 yards, 24 touchdowns, 14 picks, rushing. Melvin Gordon, 895 and 10 touchdowns. Receiving, Jared Abadarius, 645 and 4 touchdowns. On defense, Lemon led the way with 164 tackles. Quarterback sacks with J.J. Watt with 19.5. And interceptions, T.J. Blizzard had 2. Castillas had 2, and McCauley also had 2. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I picked up old players that played at the University of Wisconsin, put them on a team, and they had a lot of holes. Like receiver, I just drafted this Cobbs this year, but other than that, it was terrible. And the cornerback position was bad. Well, this McCauley's got 30,000 XP. That's nice, but the cornerbacks and even my safeties, linebackers weren't good either. Other than J.J. Watt, it was bad. So comment on maybe another school you want me to do, and I will attempt that team, but this team was unsuccessful to make the playoffs. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.